Good Monday morning. Hope you all had a nice and relaxing weekend. Thanks for kicking off your new work week with us here on Fox 61. I'm Bridget Buorlo. We have another warm day ahead, so get ready. Let's send it outside to Rachel Piscatelli. Rachel, good morning.
Now, let's go outside to the New England Patio and Hearth Outdoor Studio.
Bridget, good morning. It is a very comfortable start out here in Hartford as temperatures are in the 60s across the state, but humidity is in check this morning. But don't let that fool you as we move forward. We are expecting those warm conditions to build back in with temperatures anywhere from 85 to about 90 degrees this afternoon. So taking a look at our current numbers across the state, temperatures are sitting in the 60s for the most part. It almost feels chilly outside this morning. That's just, I guess, because we've been so humid the last couple of mornings. So maybe a light jacket at 60 degrees in Putnam, 61 in Windsor, Locks, and around 63 degrees in the Chester area. Humidity, we have a 5 in front of them in spots. So for August standards, it's certainly nice to see. Temperatures this morning mirroring that. So it is a nice and comfortable and refreshing start to our morning. But moving forward, we are going to see our numbers back up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees with a partly to mostly sunny sky. Into the evening, there could be a brief passing shower, but it does look like a lot of that activity is going to dissipate before it gets to our state. We just can't rule out one or two of those holding together later on today. Temperatures are again around 86 degrees at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Towards this evening, the humidity builds back in, so it's going to feel a little bit different for tomorrow morning, more of like what we've been used to the last couple of mornings with temperatures around 70 degrees to start us off for our Tuesday. You may also notice a bit of milkiness in the sky later on, smoke from the wildfires back into the forecast too, and that'll be intermittent across several days, so it is something that bears watching. At times, the air quality may get a bit difficult for those that suffer from respiratory issues and sensitive groups. Temperatures today around 88 degrees in Wallingford, 85. Along the shoreline, Niantic, Waterford, just around there, 87 degrees in Griswold. Now for tomorrow morning, we're around 70 degrees, the mid to upper 80s, less humid conditions as we head through the day on Tuesday. So a drop in the humidity leads to a better start to our Wednesday morning. We'll talk more about where we go from here. Your full 7-day coming up in just around 15 minutes. Checking in with the roads this morning now, we are following one crash. This is going to be in Stamford. It looks like this is a vehicle fire that is causing a little bit of a delay between exits 8 and 5. The fire is out, but that right lane is blocked off. Again, on Route 15, the Merritt slow this morning out by exits 8 and 5 because of a vehicle fire. The right lane is blocked off. Over to you.
All right, Rachel, thanks. 6:03 now as the number of cyclospora cases continue to rise in Connecticut. Restaurants and customers are using the illness as a wake-up call to pay more attention to food safety and how their food is prepared. There are currently 91 cases of cyclospora reported across Connecticut, with 4 people sent to the hospital for it. And now some restaurants are taking extra precaution and cleaning produce for longer. Some people say the illness worries them, but not enough to stop eating lettuce and other greens.
I will admit I just had a sandwich with lettuce on it. So I feel like it's been long enough where probably they're getting it from different suppliers. So that makes me feel a little bit better.
The Connecticut Department of Public Health continues to urge people to wash produce before eating it. And now at 6:04, the search is on for the person responsible in the shooting death of a man in Bridgeport. It happened around 1 Sunday morning at the P.T. Barnum housing projects. When police got there, they found 46-year-old Johnny Nesmith with multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, the shooting happened just after a P.T. Barnum reunion that took place right across the street. And this morning, detectives are asking if you know anything, if you saw anything, to contact Bridgeport police right away. You may remain anonymous. And right now, state police say a child was hit by a dump truck in Sprague. We're told the child has died. Police say it happened around 8:30 Saturday night on Pottapug Hill Road. Officers were on scene into the early morning hours Sunday. Troopers have not said anything else about the incident due to the age of the victim, but they did share that mental health and grief resources are available for the community and first responders. Police in Colchester say a man was found dead in the woods over the weekend. Officers say the man was found after his vehicle was left unattended in the parking lot of the Airline Trail on Westchester Road. Officers used drones and canines in the search effort. Police have not said what may have caused his death. That's now being determined by the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. We'll bring you that update as soon as it comes into our newsroom. A person was stabbed in the neck at Palmer Field in Middletown. Police say they've charged 59-year-old Raymond Rogala in connection to the incident Saturday. Officers say Rogala and the victim had been drinking together when they got into a physical fight. We're told the man who was stabbed is expected to recover. Meantime, Rogala is facing several charges, including first-degree assault, and is being held on a $250,000 bond. In Groton, police say a man was killed after a black SUV hit him, then ran away. This happened around 11:15 p.m. on Tollgate Road, right near Crawford Lane. Good Samaritans and first responders tried to save the man, now identified as 39-year-old Dustin Tanta-Quidgen of Uncasville. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Anyone who may have saw the crash happen is asked to call police. 3 people were taken to the hospital after this serious crash in Norwalk. Take a look at this mangled vehicle here. Firefighters say the driver hit the guardrail on Connecticut Avenue at a high speed. It happened around 5 yesterday afternoon near Elmcrest Terrace. 2 men were thrown from the vehicle. A woman was trapped inside the vehicle, had to be excavated by rescue crews who got her out safely. And in Preston, first responders rushed to help 7 people after this crash here. It happened just before 11 yesterday morning on Route 165. Several people were hurt, and it's still not clear as the extent of their injuries. As we get ready for the Connecticut primary, polls will open at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for the state's August 11th primary races. Voters will have until 8 p.m. to cast their ballots, and if you vote by absentee, those ballots need to be in the drop box no later than 8 p.m. to be counted. Remember, stay in line. You will be able to vote. Remember, Fox 61 is your home for all things election coverage. For more information on what's on your ballot and where to vote, visit our website, fox61.com, and be sure to join us for live results and expert analysis on the races that matter most. We'll have a live streaming special at 9 on election night on our Fox 61 News app. It is free, followed by full coverage during Fox 61 News at 10. 6:08 now. Hundreds of vendors will return to the New Haven Green this week for the highly anticipated Black Wall Street event series, now entering its 5th consecutive year. Fox 61's Aaron Coogan is live from City Hall this morning with more on what we can expect. Aaron, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Bridget. Well, growing substantially from its modest beginnings back in 2021, where about 30 vendors came and gathered on the greens this year, more than 370 local businesses and Black-owned organizations are going to be gathered to show the best of New Haven and beyond. Now, take a look. All coinciding with the National Black Business Month, the local event series aims to combat systemic racism and enhance economic growth for Black and brown entrepreneurs by celebrating their contributions to the city's prosperity and encourage continued community engagement in economic justice. Starting today, free public education sessions will be held throughout the week to teach about real estate and financial literacy. Various creative showcases will also be hosted, all leading up to the Black Wall Street Festival on Saturday. That's where folks can indulge in thousands of local products and cuisines, and of course, all hosted in partnership with the New Haven Department of Arts and Tourism. Mayor Justin Elicker is expected to speak today to talk more about the series' impact on the city. We're going to have that on air and online for you at fox61.com. We're live in New Haven. Aaron Coogan, Fox 61.
All right, Aaron, thanks for that preview there. We have breaking news overnight from Russia. At least 12 people are dead and 39 are hurt after a drone attack by Ukraine. It happened early this morning in southwestern Russia. Russian officials say it attacked industrial and civilian facilities, and Ukraine has not yet commented on that attack, but caused quite a bit of damage. And this morning, the Pentagon says it wants an increase in weapons production. It's all to help restock its supply of munitions amid the ongoing conflict in Iran. This directive comes amid reports that the stockpile of weapons is running low as the violence continues. And on Sunday, President Trump claimed Washington is holding some talks with Iran. Meantime, Israel says it will not accept President Trump's peace plan when it comes to the conflict in Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel won't withdraw until Hamas is disarmed. Oil prices rose shortly after that announcement was made. International benchmark for a barrel of oil rose to $84 a barrel. U.S. crude also rose to $79 a barrel. It comes as oil tankers have been largely unable to pass through the Strait of Hormuz since Iran closed it after fighting resumed in July. That's the critical waterway. Meantime, it appears gas prices at home are still on the decline. The average price for a gallon of regular is $4.10 a gallon. It was $4.20 a week ago. But when compared to this time last year, it is still up nearly a whole dollar. Crews across the western U.S. are in the middle of a wildfire battle that includes northwestern Nevada, where the bug fire is burning land near California's border. You see that plume of smoke and the active flames there. It has already charred more than 4,000 acres. It's forced evacuations in the Cold Springs and Red Rock areas as well.